evening and welcome to Your Neighbor Next Door, highlighting the extraordinary stories of people all around us. David Duncan is best known to folks in Waterbury, Connecticut as the man who built the cross that adorned Holy Land, USA for more than 40 years. But there's another story to tell. As a soldier during World War II, where he served in 5 theaters, here now is David in his own words.
I was in 3rd Armored Division. Tanks, tracks, everything. But we got our training out in the Mojave Desert under Patton. Mm-hmm. He'd swear at you, you know. And but he was tough on us out there in the desert. I was a Tommy gunner, and he was inspecting us. I had a Tommy gun over my shoulder, and the guy next to me had a Tommy gun. And he stopped at him and he says, "Okay, soldier, show me what you do with that Tommy gun." He picked it up and put it up his shoulder. Whoa! He slapped him. "Put it down there. You know you can use it. Put it down at your hip." So I had no problem because I put mine down on my hip. But yeah, he was a taskmaster. Nobody liked him. I had General Rose, who was a general that got killed when we took Paderborn Air Base in Germany. He was right up with the troops all the time, and he finally got killed. And they took him back, and the difference between him and Patton really wanted to have us as his division, but somehow they didn't. Thank God they didn't give it to us to hit. Went in at Omaha, fought Normandy, France, Belgium, Germany, and the Bulge.
Wow.
So Al and I flew down to Washington together to see the memorial. Both cried like babies.
Yeah.
I was already like it around to the Bulge, and that's where I finally went to pieces. I drove a half track, and my greatest joy, my greatest feeling was when I shot down a Messerschmitt at 109 with my single barrel 50 caliber in the turret, my track. I hate to brag about it, but I wrecked the plane, and if the guy got killed when they hit the ground, that's not my thing, you know.
Yeah.
We finished Normandy, the hedgerow country, and then we went across towards Paris, France, had some big battles. Wiped out one German army there at the Mons, where you go into Belgium, and so each one of these was a different theater where we fought in.
Did you have friends in Normandy that didn't make it?
Oh yeah, I had a lot of friends. I love to swim, so in England I was sent to London, and was trained as a survival teacher, teach survival swimming. And this one fellow with me, Colonel Whitey, he was my partner through the whole thing. He had to, one had to save the other one. It was a teamwork. And he got hit the second day in '88, hit his body and blew him to 1,000 pieces. Wow. And that was hard in the beginning, right in the beginning. But it didn't take long. He got hardened, and we fought some pretty good battles. Meanwhile, she's back home praying for me. Our daughter was 2 years old before I met her.
Wow.
So we were one of those typical, but none of the guys in World War II, they were just so lucky to get back home, and there wasn't a lot of sympathy for them, and a lot of them were getting drunk and doped up, but people didn't understand what they were going through. Well, when I got home, I tell you, if I was ever more touched in my life than when I got right in front of the house and walking from the taxi to the door was about 15 miles. And there they are right there. Open that door and here's a mother-in-law my sister-in-law, brother-in-laws, Alice, and down below, hanging on her legs, was little Karen. She's now a great-grandmother in Oregon. I wouldn't take $1 million for the experience, and I wouldn't take $1 million to do it over again.
Yeah, yeah.
It did a lot to me.